Wow.
Hello everyone, this is Jeff. Thank you for joining us today. Today we have a slug made by master machinist Nick Ross. And as the kids say, I'm not gonna lie when I say that I've been dreading testing these things out. The last design that we tested of Nick's was the MIRV slug. Be sure to watch that video because it was pretty successful. This new design is even more extreme, using 3 Lehigh Defense 300 blackout bullets, each weighing 194 grains. The 3 solid copper machined bullets are held in a base that is also solid copper. And you can see he also put some lightning holes in the base there, which doesn't lighten it up too much because this sucker is still very heavy. How heavy, you ask? Well, this thing weighs in 51 grams, 1.8 ounces, or 787 grains. That's heavier than a 50 BMG bullet. Now this slug is also very long. Look at that. Over 45 millimeters in length. That's a little more than 1 3/4 inches. And yes, everyone loves my Harbor Freight measuring device here. Isn't that sweet? And this is how it measures up to a normal shotgun slug, as people call it, a Foster slug weighing a mere 1 ounce. We'll be using a 3-piece discarding sabot today and a strip of molybdenum, man, I'm not drunk, I promise you, molybdenum disulfate impregnated in nylon, which will be wrapped around the base to give it a little better support. Somehow we managed to fit all this monster load inside this hole using a nitro card over powder card, sometimes called an X12X gas seal. Nick also sent some aluminum discs to give it better support. And there's our molybdenum disulfate strip and our 3-piece sabot. And we had just enough room to put a little cute little roll crimp on it, using the Nick Ross Reloaders Network roll crimper. Now we only have 4 of these to test out today, so it's going to be a quick one, folks. But let's head out to the test range and see how these perform.
We are 20 yards away. Nick Ross, will your slugs stay together? Will they stabilize? Will they function? Will we not have a gas seal blowout? There's so many things that can go wrong with these because of their length, their weight, everything else. Are you ready? Yes, I am ready. Wow. Okay, not bad, not bad. Ready. Wow. Looks like it actually clipped the sticker. That's a good sign. Didn't look like a keyhole. It went straight in. Let's look at the back here. Just tore the back end out of this thing. Nothing too exciting to see there. Entry hole, no keyholing. Be interesting to see what the high speed looks like. Oh, we have some piece of the copper base there. It's all opened up. But full penetration, it just went right through that thing, and inside, that's all we found. Let's see, is that focused? That's all we found, just the base, ripped apart. The little lightning holes are all full of, or the lightning hole is all full of paper there. So it's looking pretty good, but let's see what it looked like on the high speed. That's always the indicator. Now, this is one of the craziest things I've recorded with the high-speed camera. It was obviously tumbling, and then it just kind of stabilized itself in the last, I don't know, 3 feet or so, and entered normally into the wet magazines. Let's watch it again. That is just unreal, and it is spinning close to 20,000 RPM, in case you were wondering.
Now, the slug did break up in the wet magazines, and all 3 bullets went on their own separate ways. But you'll notice that none of them expanded. So that's kind of interesting there. And these bullets are designed to expand at subsonic speeds, at least normally out of a 300 Blackout rifle. And yes, I did load these to fly at subsonic speeds, so we got 1030 FPS on that shot. Let's see if we have any kind of stability this time. I did not like the tumbling of that last one. Wow.
You can see the base right there with the 3 screws, right? So it appears that it hit nose first. That's kind of cool. And we can see that the 300 Blackout bullets, the controlled extreme fragmentation, or whatever the heck they call them, actually peeled back, and on a couple of them there we could see pretty grisly injury there. So not too bad. Look at the high speed again, see if we had any luck on that one. Oh, 2 out of 4. At least they're pretty accurate. That's pretty much where I was aiming. I aimed a little tiny bit low. This was the bottom down here. There, that's better. So I was aiming about right there, and that's where it hit. You know, I was hoping in case it shot a little bit high, I wouldn't, you know, miss the plate completely. So there you go. Looks pretty gnarly there. Wow, that's a lot of copper. We're gonna have copper thieves following me home today.
It's breaking up. It's breaking up. Nope. Up. Never mind. Now, once again, we see this bizarre, seemingly hopeless case turn into a win as it more or less hits nose first once again by the time it reaches the target. That's insane.
Ballistic gel! Ballistic gel!
All right, definitely not the best gel shot I've ever done, but at least I don't have to hear people saying, you should have shot the gel a million times in this video, right? Now, the slug did hit the center of the block, but then it kind of immediately dove down, went kind of underneath the block, and then slipped out underneath the Kevlar body armor panel, which was supposed to catch it. Oh, look, there's the molybdenum disulfide strip. Woohoo! But overall, this was just a horrible shot, and I'll show you why in a second here.
Okay, that was maybe 10 feet away. Slug is already flying sideways at 10 feet. Hit sideways. Nasty keyhole. And then it dove down under kind of went underneath the block and into our ballistic paneling here. And then I think it skipped out after that. So not the greatest looking gel block shot I've ever seen. Not the greatest.
And for our final shot, we're going to go long range. This is 51 yards away. And that is a giant flower pot full of water, about 10 gallons of water in that thing. And honestly, if I hit this thing at all, it will be a miracle. Los! Hey, we hit it. Los! Hey, we hit it. Not a great shot, but a hit's a hit. I tell you what, sometimes I get more luck than I deserve. What a shot. I can't believe I hit it because it just barely clipped that thing. And despite just clipping it like that, look at all the breakage on the other side that hydrostatic shock did to that thing. That's nuts. The fact I was able to hit that thing at all with that thing just tumbling out of control downrange is amazing. I can't believe I hit it. And here it comes. Look how close it came from missing. I can't believe it. And that was our last one. Very difficult to make these things function correctly due to their heavy weight and very long construction. Let's measure that thing.
So it was 17 and a half inches or so. 17, we'll call it 17. Still a pretty big jug there. Now it's all muddy over here. Let me pan out so you can get a... And we just clipped that thing. I'm happy we, were able to hit it at all, actually, with these tumbling goblins. Really wiped that sucker out, though. Get back here. Oh, they're gonna think, some kind of ritual happened out here or something. So there you go, Nick Ross. Again, a very tricky slug like last week's, where we had difficulty in stabilizing it, especially at only about 1,050 feet per second. So that thing was only spinning at about 20,000 RPM, according to my quick math there. So it's the dilemma of trying to stabilize something that's really heavy and not being able to shoot it as fast as you want, because you're going to overpressure the chamber, so you're very limited on the velocity you can get. So this thing was subsonic, and that's about as fast. We could have pushed it harder, but we start getting into the dangerous pressure, chamber pressures at that point. Anyway, hope you still enjoyed the video. Don't forget to check out the TAOFLEDERMAUS sticker collection sets that we're giving away on Patreon. Sign up on Patreon and you can enter that thing. I don't think you even have to contribute. I think that's the rule. It's open to everybody. My goal is to give stickers to everybody, as many as I can. Thanks. We'll see you next time.